That one will fly in a minute. Good. The pressure is too high. But it's got a field expression. It flies, you see the vibration. You see the blue one is rotating and that rotation is not steady, so it releases energy, it doesn't build up the energy. If you put another core on the table, I'll just glue one and put it on, I think you'll find a stabilizer in that. Thank you very much, Douglas. We leave you till you fly. Let us know when you do. Hello? I said we leave you to fly.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for everything, Douglas. Please release release the path you're going to Washington on Sunday today, please, and we'll publish it that people can follow you if they want, or they can come to Washington for you to hand over the free energy unit to the President of the United States and maybe free the nation from the shackles of this fuel. And as we have requested from the American government officials, we would like the unit to fly from Washington to Beijing. In a way, freedom of peace through energy and technology. I was reading a paper a few days ago. It's right on my thing. I'll read it to you exactly when it was done, and then you will understand. This is a paper which I received from the United States ambassador on, I'll read the time to you and you can read it, you can see it, we have published it before. It's done on behalf of the American government on the 6th of November 2012 at 3:40. I'm writing in response to your letter to US Ambassador Gutman, offering to provide information and blueprint relating to nuclear plasma reactor and propulsion technology. Although unfortunately, the ambassador is not available to meet personally at this time, we would nevertheless would like to accept your generous offer to provide the information on USB stick. I would be happy to meet at the date time of your convenience. I suggest we meet for coffee at Café Toubon in Palace de Luxembourg, Rue de Luxembourg 68, Brussels 1000. I suggest 1500 hours on Thursday, 15th of November. If that works for you, just let me know. Again, our apology, Ambassador Gutman would not be available to meet in person, but he was. If you remember, I was the officer who interviewed you for a visa to attend a meeting with NASA officials in the United States. Unfortunately, I still do not have an update on your case, which is being educated in Washington. But I or a member of my staff will let you know as soon as we know anything. So the decision about Keshe Foundation was made in Washington and nowhere else. That's why I'm sending you there. Best regard, Aaron Lucas, Political Consular Officer, Embassy of United States, Brussels, Belgium. I responded back. We agreed the time and the place. On the Wednesday, the 7th of November 2012 at 3:45 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Keshe. We'll see you there. This is how peace needs to be talked. On the 15th of November, as was appointed, that was the time when I put the hand of peace across the table with Iran. And we've seen the consequence of it. We've seen the end product of it. Now, in a way, Douglas, you're going to Washington on behalf of us as humanity to the head of the strongest nation on this planet with a hand of peace from us to our governments. We want peace, and we give you the energy for peace for our nation, for peace as one nation. I have many of these letters. We have published this before. This is for those who have not seen these before. I'll read you a number of these letters. I'll read you a letter which comes from American president. Very simple. This is a letter from NASA headquarters. It says, it's dated September 27, 2012 at 11:08. I have attached our official letter of invitation for you to come to visit with us between the 7th and the 10th of October 2012. The letter is dated Tuesday, September 27 at 11:08. I will give you the original letter of invitation for you to keep when you arrive here. I will communicate that with you. They have given me the hotel where I have to stay. Direct telephone number of the hotel. It says, ask for the governmental rate issue since you are here on official governmental business. You can show them the letter of invitation if needed. Government rate, $129.99. Please let me know what your flight number and the schedule will be, and I'll be planned to pick you up from the airport and take you to your hotel. Michael A. Nelson, one of the directors of the Propulsion Lab in NASA. These things have been running around for a long time around the Keshe Foundation. The invitation letter reads very simple. I'll read it for you. We have published this before. It reads, M.T. Keshe, founder of Keshe Foundation, East Flanders, Belgium. Dear Mr. Keshe, Marshall Space Flight Center, the Center for Excellence for Space Propulsion within the National Aeronautic and Space Administration, NASA of the United States, is currently involved in research into new modes of propulsion for both deep space and access to space. We would be very interested in meeting with you and learning more about your technology. NASA is a civilian space agency involved in exploration of space. Using technology for military application is not part of the NASA mission or vision. The NASA vision statement is to reach new heights and reveal. It reads on, we would be honored to have you to come and present your propulsion theories and bring a demonstration unit to show us your technology in operation in series of meetings between the 7th of October and the 11th of October. We extend this invitation to you to come as your special invited guest. And as you see, this is from Catherine Henkel, the main propulsion system branch chief. Is signed and notarized by American attorney that are past the security. There is no time to waste, but it has to be known. President Obama knows what we do. You're just going as ambassador from the Keshe Foundation. The letter from the White House, Washington, 24th of July, 2013. Mehran Tawakkoli Keshe. Dear Mehran, thank you for writing. I have heard from many Americans about our nation foreign policy and appreciate your perspective. The bottom page signs Very simple. Thank you again for writing. Sincerely, Barack Obama. So, in the White House, we know who we are. In the White House, this is on a private, personal, not the official White House letter. The world leaders know about us. The world leaders are aware of our work. The world leaders know we are men of peace, but they do not know how to deliver it. Mr. Zhu is online. He can tell you they've done every kind of check on us in China. They've done every kind of check in Russia. Everybody knows that the technology is there, but the problem is they don't know how to deliver it, how to bring it to their people. And the biggest problem is us as the ambassadors of peace have to give them the confidence that we are ready to deliver, and we deliver. This is the problem. It's us who has to make that bridge for our leaders, to give them the confidence. It's correct. Let us do it. We'll succeed. And this will bring a lot to a lot of us. This will change for us. This is what I keep on saying to you lot. As the members of the Keshe Foundation family, is the family who's looked to after the humanity. It is our job. This is what we have to do. The only thing is, the world leaders get so much information to counterattack and to keep out that they do not understand what to do. This move to Washington on Sunday is to put a hand of peace, to give the technology in open way to the public. The President of the United States is a point of reference. The President of China is a point of reference to the whole nation. It's us who's got to respect the office of the presidents. We accept it as president. Does not matter in what color and race. The reason we are delivering this unit to Washington is we delivered the same letter of peace to the office of Obama before. You have to understand the date of the letter I read you. It's very much on the presidential dates agreements on that time. Remember one thing, a president on election day has very little to think about the new technology unless he knew the technology will bring the change and will not ask his ambassador to ask for the USB stick. We break the barriers. We have to make the steps to bring the change. That's why we're delivering the unit to the White House. It's us who's telling them, it's okay, the change has come, the time is here, and we are there to support it. This is what I told the Chinese leadership a few weeks ago. The collaboration between the Chinese army and the Keshe Foundation supporters and innovation centers will bring the smooth transition. This is why we're sending a unit in the United States to the President of the United States. We are not bringing it in. It's homegrown technology, understanding the technology. It's us who has to give the confidence to our leaders that the change has come, we are there, we understand it. Good time, bad time, we'll go through it because it's for the benefit of mankind. In time, we'll see the benefit of it, but it's our time to show the change. We expect no gratitude. We expect no kind of thanks. The only thanks we get is the peace for mankind. This is a change. We have always given the governments to make the change, but they were frightened of it. This time, we give the gift to our governments that we are there to support you. I learned something in my business life, very early time, that is the businessmen who make the governments. And we are all in business of peace, so we decide for our government. When I was in international business, I realized very, very early on, in a very young age, it wasn't my age that the world presidents or leaders were interested. It was the finances and the support which I could bring in. Businessman makes the world leaders. That's how conglomerates control the office of the presidents. Now, every one of you is in the business of peace. And we dictate to our governments, we want peace, we give you the tool, it's for you to deliver. And as you know, my motto is very simple. I don't fight with the government. We have no intention of any battles. The only battle we have is to spread the knowledge as fast as possible. There are two choices. We can go on the internet and do it, or we do it openly. Maybe if the Chinese president and the Russian president agree, in 3 states offices simultaneously in 3 languages. In America, in the White House, in Beijing with the Chinese president, His Excellency President Xi, and the same in Moscow with the presence of His Excellency Mr. Putin. We have to show our governments, if one is behind, the others will advance. We have to go together. This is the purpose of this movement. Any interaction, any resistance, any police force try to stop you in getting to Washington, go home. We release it on the internet. Then it will hit home faster than you ever came home. We do not expect resistance. We do not start riots. We are going there to share peace. Anything you do, if the police does not allow you to reach Washington, go home. We release it on the net in all languages, and we teach people. I bring the master of coil making, Verni, the masters of gas making and nano coating, Ahmed. They will teach non-stop on all languages across the world. We share knowledge beyond that any government or any organization can stop us. Kiss the officers if they stop you. Thank them that by their stopping you, the whole humanity receives it. We are nation of peace, one nation, one planet, and this is our game. We are in the business of peace through technology. As many as you can, go to Washington. Be there on Sunday at any cost, because it's a change for humanity. We support in every shape or form. We'll keep all the channels open. We try to give a Zoom channel open, even if Douglas on his own from home to White House. Go viral on the internet and tell people the energy system is to be delivered in Washington. Let them join you. We need it, we change it. We are knowledge seekers, but with knowledge we seek peace. Now, we gave our ultimatum to the government. We give our business, our knowledge to freely. As the others with the knowledge and the businesses dictated the terms of the nations in respect to the others, our term is CEPAL, technology for peace. There'll be a lot of redundancies. There'll be a lot of change in mining, in power production. But the benefit of it is that man will not be a slave anymore to anything. You don't have to work, you have everything. And the benefit of it is new technologies and new angles, new jobs, new cycle. It's a plasma revolution, very much the way we had the industrial revolution in the past. We got to work together to deliver this, not one of us. And as I said, we are men of peace. And it's the logo of the Keshe Foundation. We are here to serve the humanity and not to be served by humanity. Please join in any shape or form to support this move from where Douglas is to Washington. Join him and go with him and carry one banner. Keshe Foundation, one nation, one race, one planet. We'll go live. We stay with you till we see the outcome. Let the White House refuses the man of peace. We'll bring peace to the White House. Thank you very much for today. We'll release the map of the travel within the next few hours on the Keshe Foundation website. Please put it across. This is the peace to exchange for technology, and it has to be done, and we will do it, even if it means we teach every man one by one. The last word goes to you, Douglas. How are you going to do it? And we say goodbye.
Are you asking me how I'm going to do it?
Yes, when are you going to start and which road you take?
I'm going to start by reaching out to the Creator for guidance, and then I will start from there, plotting a roadmap from my house to that particular point, and hope that we are received with welcome arms, or at least received, not a hostile manner. I'm a man of peace. I don't even own a weapon, unless you consider a butter knife a weapon. So we'll just have the things that we have to show that free.
Can you tell us from which state you start, from which city in nearest direction?
Yeah, the nearest major city to me would be Bentonville, Arkansas.
Douglas, this is Sandy. I'd appreciate if you would put some stops in your route for people to join you. We'll be coming down from southwestern Pennsylvania.
Yes, sure. We'll all collaborate together and try to get this worked out in a detailed plan.
Let me stop you there. Vince, can we bring immediately a roadmap line and people can go on the chat line to talk to each other directly on the forum? I said, can you set up immediately open chat line on the front of the Keshe Foundation where people can talk where they are going, where they are, and how they join, and put a map up within the next few hours? Yeah. Just bring the link to the front page. Don't put it in the forum. Put it on the front of the Keshe Foundation, the map to peace through exchange by technology, and the stops and everything else that they click on the front page and they go to that page on the forum. They can talk to each other who and where and whatever. We start at 12 o'clock Saturday lunch. We stop at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. We take a rest. We can all meet at the rest point you choose. And then we start at 6, 7 o'clock the next day, and we make the way to Washington. Anybody who wants to join on Saturday night, make a point you can meet and move together as a peace movement and no conflict. Kiss and cuddle the security services, the police officers, and make a change. If it's 2 of you or 10 of you, it's the time to change, and we have the power to do it because we have the technology to do it, and it sits in the background. With the touch of a finger, the light comes on at no cost, zero, and it will do this for hundreds of years. Douglas, take over and let us know where you go from there on.
Well, like I said, I'll be traveling from here to the straightest route possible, which would be across through Kentucky and Virginia and down into Washington. That would be the closest route possible for me to get from where I'm at. about the same parallel line, like 15+ hour drive. Probably closer to 16, but you know, we can
Allow 24 hours. By the time you meet friends and shake hands and you talk, it takes you a lot of time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Meeting others and then finding a local spot where we can all meet there, and then you know, now we're getting out of my league because I wouldn't know who to talk to or where to go. You know,
We
I've seen,
put
I've
a
seen
banner of the Keshe Foundation on the car. It's easy to find. The table, the generator, the microwave, and everything will be on that table. It's a table of peace. As I said, it's the last energy supper. It's the dinner of sharing energy equal amongst the mankind. So when you see the table, you know which car it is. And if you have any banners, if you've done anything, get with you. 1 or 2 or 10 people is no different. It's the intention will change the position in the White House. We go live by tomorrow morning again to understand the planning. And we go live when Douglas starts from home on Saturday. We meet at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to plan out. All of us, the ones who want to be, we come back on the live teaching tomorrow at 10. And then we wait for Douglas to tell us what time he starts. And we will be with him. One person, his family, or the rest of you. You've been crying for peace. Now let's look how true your cry has been. You've been wanting it free energy. By the time you get to Washington, you'll have it. But we allow the President of the United States to teach his nation how to make it. And that's what we have asked. In my writing to the White House this morning was very simple. I read it to you as I read everything because we are very so open. I wrote to our intermediaries the following. I wrote to them, in the teaching today, I'm going to announce that we have made this offer to the White House and ask people to put pressure on the White House to accept the test in the Oval Office on behalf of the nation, and then take this to Beijing as a sign of peace. We have offered directly the negotiation only by delivery of the technology. Reads as follows. Tell them we will teach the President how to make one generator for the White House, and everyone can follow live. Costs less than 100 euros. You think the President will get his hand dirty to make GaNs and coil and the generator for his nation to be prosperous again with free energy? I say yes, he will do it. This move with Hillary Clinton in the Oval Office will guarantee her in the office as the next president. Now you understand. The technology is the key to peace, and we deliver it. We meet at 10 o'clock tomorrow for maybe half an hour now. And then we'll see how Douglas tells us his plan, and join us at any route, at any point. Ask people, go viral, and let people see the energy unit is not a dream. We keep one thing on all the way from Douglas's home to the White House. It'll be the 3 white lights you see on the table. They stay all the way in to the White House with a white light. And that's the message of peace. Free energy, free light, free peace. Thank you very much for today. We meet you at 10 o'clock Central European Time on Friday, which is tomorrow, and we start the process. Thank you indeed.
Thank you, Mr. Kesh. Jackie did.
Mr. Fish.
Jackie had a presentation about the work of transcribing, subtitling, and
We
translating.
can do that next week, next Thursday.
Okay, thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Jackie did. We meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock Central European Time.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Kesh.
Thank you indeed.
Okay, that's the end of the 128th Knowledge Seekers Workshop for Thursday, August 11th, 2016. And we'll end the live stream.